So in today's lesson, we're going to add a start menu, and we're going to add a lose screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by going to File, New Scene, and then we'll go to File, Save Scene, and we'll give it a name in our Scenes folder. We'll call this one Start _ Menu, and we'll click Save. And so now what we have is everything's set up the way that we want it. We're going to start off by creating a new script in our scripts folder called Level Manager. The class website has all of the code that you need in order to write the script. So basically refer to the code as you have previously. It looks like this. It's pretty short. We're going to be adding in using UnityEngine.ui that basically allows us to use things like text objects and buttons. All right. So once you write the script, then we're going to create an empty game object that we're going to call Level Manager. And we're going to attach our script to the Level Manager. So now it's added here in our component, and now we're going to add a game object UI button. And then inside this button, you can see that, or outside the button, it adds a canvas. And so we've seen this before. So we're going to go ahead and screen space overlay to screen space camera. We'll select which camera we want, the main camera. And we will make sure that we have a scale with screen size. And now our button right here, you can modify the colors, you can modify the text. I would actually remove this as a button and make it more look like a text object. Unless you have a reason to have like an actual button, I would go ahead and I would change the colors in your inspector here. But what we are going to do is drop the button down and have text right here, and you can change this name to something like Start Game or something along those lines. Click on button right here, and you'll see that there's this on-click function. What we want to do is we want to press this plus button right here. We want to drag our level manager to where it says None Object. That's going to allow us to access the functions that we wrote inside of that script. So if I click on No Function, go to Level Manager, and then I click on Load Level String, I can type in the name of the scene that I want to load on the click. So if I go to Scenes, I see Level _01. I can type that in right here, Level _01. Before it'll work, I'll have to go to File, Build, Settings, and I have to make sure that both of my scenes are added here. So I'm going to put the start menu, and then level 1. Make sure it's in that order because we want the start menu to load first. We don't want it to be switched like this. We want it to be like this. And then you can just exit out of here. And so now when you press play in this scene, the start menu scene, and you click on start game, it will start your game. Now the challenge for you is to look into your code. You're probably going to have to look into your main script, and I want you to try to find the line of code. Actually, it's not in the main script. Let's look through it. I'll give you the hint as to where it is. It's in your bird script. I want you to find the line of code that triggers the game to restart. Right now, it's restarting the loaded level. What I'd like you to do is to make it trigger either the start menu again, or trigger to a new scene, to a lose scene, that would then give you an option to start the game over again. So you can see this is sort of creating a, I guess you'd call it menu flow that is common in many games. Now, if you are uncertain about what something does, a code does, quick trick for you. If you highlight the code and you press Control ', it will open up in a new window the Unity documentation. And so that didn't exactly work, but if I just change Get Component, then I can go ahead and I can see what it all does and what it means. So there's a challenge. I'm not giving you the explicit directions, but take what you have learned, use your Google searching skills to try to figure that portion out. Once it's all wired up, then come back and start to customize this into something of your own. You'll see that if I click on text, I can change the font. I don't have any other fonts loaded in here right now, but that is what we're doing today. Good luck.